Welcome back to another one of my readings. This is chapter 8 of ALX Proverbs. Self sabotage plagues us all. The person you see in the mirror is you. Be your own role model. It takes character growth to keep the wealth we pursue. Live with yourself happily. Face yourself and learn who you are so that you can edit your person into somebody you're happy with. Let's see. I guess this chapter is better lived than talked about, right? Although it's easier to talk about than live. Yeah, as we try to remove our own character flaws, because we know what we don't like about ourselves, right? Whether I have a tendency to be late for everything, or whether I have a tendency to overanalyze, or whether I have a tendency to procrastinate, or too much stress about something, right? The goal is to find out what makes you unhappy about yourself, and then see what you can do to edit a little bit, right? So there are things called thinking patterns, to where your thoughts become your feelings, or and then become action, and then become your habit, and then your if that cycle of action becomes or isn't a good cycle, then we're just repeating bad cycles, right? So let's consider like a gambling addiction, for example, right? So what's associated with that? So one day I get paid, I feel good about myself, it's Friday, I don't have any plans, so I might as well go treat myself at the casino, right? Well, I go there, I lose 200-300 bucks. It makes me feel really shitty about myself. So on the way home, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm always short on money. So on the way home, I stop and get a drink. And then one drink leads to two. And then pretty soon, I'm still at the bar at midnight, right? More drunk than ever. And somehow rounds are on me. But when Saturday comes by, right? Or when the next day comes by, or next afternoon when we finally wake up, and we're like, damn, that was a $600 night, all because I wanted to celebrate a little bit and go gamble, right? And should we do that every week, that would be kind of detrimental, not only to our pocket, but to our liver, to our mentality. So, and possibly I describe my own cycle of addiction. I know many of those, right? But the goal is to observe yourself and then be like, some of these people live different lives and I don't see them at the casino. Or some of these people can afford nicer things, but I don't see them out at bars. Or why do I sit like this? My goodness. I'm gonna have to go hit the gym here shortly for some character development type of stuff, because I feel a little cooped up. So let's see what the first couple paragraphs says. Are you guys keeping track of this with me? This is chapter 8, remove character flaws. Let's see. What does it say? Success and wealth are often seen as the ultimate markers of achievement. But what happens when you finally reach the peak, only to find that something still feels empty? You may have the money, the status, the accolades, but deep down there's a lingering unease, a nagging feeling that no external success can truly fill. We often think of our journey to wealth as a race against time, circumstances, and competition. But what we fail to recognize is that this race isn't just about accumulating things, it's about shaping ourselves. It's about developing the character necessary to not only create wealth, but to keep it, enjoy it, and use it to its fullest potential. Self sabotage is the quiet enemy that lives within us all. Whether you're a person starting out in your career, a mid level manager, or someone who's already attained financial success, the most insidious threats to our progress aren't always external. More often than not, they come from within, and they wear the faces of doubt, insecurity, complacency, and fear. These flaws in our character are the hidden obstacles that we must overcome if we want to sustain the success we fought for so hard to achieve. 6 minutes. Okay, that was a quick little read. Let's see. This says the mirror test. When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? It's easy to see external accomplishments, your career, your possessions, the things that you've accumulated over the years. But do you ever stop to examine the person you are on the inside? Do you see someone who is proud of their journey? Someone who's at peace with themselves? Or do you see someone carrying the weight of unresolved flaws, behaviors, and thoughts that quietly undermine your potential? The truth is, wealth and success may come and go, but the person you see in the mirror is always you. The truth is, wealth, success may come and go, but the person you see in the mirror is always with you. You are your greatest asset and your greatest liability. If you don't take the time to cultivate your character, then the wealth you accumulate may just slip through your fingers. You can't sustain something you're not emotionally or psychologically prepared for. It's not enough to just work hard or be strategic with your investments. To keep your wealth, to truly enjoy it, you must learn how to live happily with yourself. Just keep it short. That way I don't have to get the part 1 and part 2 going. Let's see. I think max I can do is 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So how would I finish this off? This is probably one of the best and true journeys as we try to get rich, right? This search for removing weaknesses about ourselves. We definitely know what's holding us back. And sometimes it's just us. Like us, but in what specific ways, right? We can identify the fact that, oh, okay, when I don't take showers, people at my work don't like me that much. Well, what if I take showers? I don't know, small silly example, but we can take away some of the shitty qualities that hold us back just to not hold ourselves back, right? So it's a pretty deep and touchy subject. I'm gonna let you handle that within yourself. Good night.